This is your one and only 𝐵𝑒𝑟𝑒81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another informational Valheim video. Today, I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily beat the first boss. Let's get to it. So just a quick bit of information before we get into this guide. This guide is designed for people who are, one, either having a hard time with the boss for some reason, and two, for people who want to rush the boss as quickly as possible in order to tech up much faster. So because of that, I'm going to be showing you how to essentially cheese the boss. I know the boss is not that hard. You can get down. There's plenty of ways to fight it, but I'm going to show you how to essentially cheese it. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you have a bow. Any bow will work. I'm using just a level 2 crude bow. Doesn't have to be level 2, can be level 1. And then you just need a bunch of wooden arrows. I advise leveling your bow skill a little bit before you come to fight this guy. Just use the bow to farm the deer trophies that you're going to need to come fight him. You can do it as soon as you get your bow, but you're going to need a lot more arrows. I'm starting with 85. Bring the however many you need depending on how much damage you're doing. So what we're going to do before we initiate the fight is we're going to create a workstation close by to the altar. So you can see the altar is right there. You're going to come to this symbol wherever it is on your map. That's the altar that we're going to use to summon him. And then what we're going to do is just find a place where this station will go down that's a little bit of a distance from said altar, and then we're going to place down our crafting station. Then we're going to grab one of these pillars here, place that down like that, and then we're going to grab one of the ceiling pieces, and I'm just going to snap it to the top because I like the way this looks better, but you get the general idea. And then what we're going to do is those should snap to the end there like that, and then just delete the middle one and get your wood back. So then you have a structure that looks like this. Now what you're going to do from here is you're going to grab the wooden ladder and you're going to put that like that. And then you're going to rotate it up at the top, put another one like that. And then you're going to just snap a piece to the top like that. And then we're going to grab our pillar again, and you need to make sure that this has support. That's why we're extending the pillars up like this. There is support necessary in this game. It's nothing too crazy, but you do need support. So there we go. So that's our little structure there. Nothing too crazy. Now, what you can do, because some of his attacks can knock you backwards, and what I like to do is put a small half wall on the edges, just like that. That way, he can't knock us out of here and we can shoot down over top. So now what we want to do is put a stake wall around this. And the reason that we're doing that is to kind of keep him away from it a little bit. His lightning attack does damage everything because it's a big AoE, but it doesn't do as much damage as if he were to come up and headbutt. His headbutt damage does a lot. So if he destroys anything, we want him destroying this wall and not what we're standing on. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to leave a small gap there, just big enough. Make sure I can fit through it. I can't, so I'm going to move it out just a little bit more. There we go. That should be fine. And then we're just going to bring it on around and then close it. If your station is in your way, all you have to do is just delete your station. You get all 10 wood back, and then go back into crafting, and then just move it to wherever it'll place. And then now we're just going to go back to placing the wall around. It doesn't have to be any specific design. Just make sure that it is a little bit out from the structure and it's all the way around. Okay, so once you have something like this, you're pretty much good to go. Now, there's a few things that we got to do before we start the fight, and there's a few things to keep in mind here. So one, you can remove the workbench, but you don't have to. If you do not remove it, you can actually take your hammer and set it to repairs and do repairs mid-fight. I don't recommend doing that. It should be fine. He should not destroy any of this in here if everything goes as planned. If it doesn't, then I apologize, but it should go as planned. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have the rested buff and it's maxed out as much as it can be. Now, you can go back to your house and do it there before you come over here and do the fight, or you can just slap down a campfire like so, unequip the hammer, hit X to set down, and then wait patiently until the rested buff up there goes to 8 minutes. Once it hits 8 minutes, it'll hold 8 minutes until you get up. Before you get up, make sure you eat 1 necktail, 1 of the cooked meat, and 1 mushroom. This is going to give you a bunch of health, and it is also going to give you a bunch of stamina, which you're going to need. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through here and we're just going to unequip all of our armor. You do not unequip all of your armor. You have the best armor on that you can have, but I want to show you that you don't need the armor. I've got really good armor on right now, so this dude isn't going to hit me very hard if he does manage to hit me, and I want to show you that you can do this super early game, really under-teched. Okay, so we're just going to get rid of our campfire now because, you know, always keep your map clean. And we're going to equip our bow. We're going to hit R to put the bow on our back so that once we start the fight, we can hit R real quick to put the bow back. We're going to put the deer trophies in our hotbar, and we're going to look at the altar and hit 7. So if we stand on this side, it should end up over there. So there we go. Or does he just show up random? I don't know. I feel like he always ends up behind me somewhere. He's going to show up over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hurry and run in here. And we need to get up here as quickly as possible. All right, so now we're going to grab our bow and we're just going to start shooting him. Now you can see there we took some damage, but we're fine. You ideally want to block. We're going to block. And he knocked us out, which is not good. So we want to get back up in there as quickly as possible. The point of this is being up high. You need to be up high. And we're just going to keep shooting him. Okay, I think he's stuck now. Yeah, you do not want to be on the ground. If you're on the ground, he'll do his attacks and he will waste your structure really quickly. The important thing is to stay up here. Now, what we can do to make sure that we stay up here is quickly grab a building, and we can throw a piece here, but then we won't be able to get up quick. So that's up to you whether you want to do that, but he should for the most part glitch out. Now a lot of these arrows, I'm just going to do kind of limpy arrows at him because otherwise I'll bust him down really quick. And I just want to show you that if you're only doing 8, 9, 4, however many damage to him, that you can get him relatively easy here. So this is it. This is all you have to do at this point. Once again, like I said, you want to make sure that you're up high and you don't get on the ground, because if you do fall down on the ground for too long, he will destroy your structure. And once he starts destroying it, it just goes bad really quickly. But for the most part, he should not be able to get to you, and he should just shut down like he's doing here. Now, he may do some of his attacks. If he does do any of his attacks, just try to block when he does them. And if he does the big AoE one that pushes you, just try to get back up here as quick as possible or seal yourself in, and he should not be able to knock you out. And then I'm just going to do a couple of power attacks here just to finish him off. There you go. So that's it. That's how easy that fight is if you just make a tower like this. Now, also, you want to make sure that you kind of keep these at least as far apart as I did here, or as far from your structure. Don't try to build your wall like right up on your structure. Try to keep it a little bit away. You want to keep him away from you. That's what breaks the AI. He can't figure out how to get to you, and he just kind of shuts down. Also, like I said, you want to make sure that you stay up in your structure, because if he can get too close to you, he will start doing his antler attack where he nudges you or lunges at you. And when he does that, this will come tumbling down very fast. All right, I think that covers anything. If you got any questions about anything, let me know down in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. I think I covered everything pretty thoroughly there. Just make a structure, like I said, similar to what I've done here. Make sure it's a little bit far from you, and then just get up in the air, and he can't really figure out too much what to do. He, like I said, he may still do some of his attacks. If he does, the lightning attack should shoot under you. The AoE bubble will push you back. It's really nice if he'll end up over there on the other side and he pushes you into your wall, or you can just get up here and seal yourself in. Up to you how you want to go about doing it. All right, if you found this video helpful, informational, if it helped you at all, consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other guides. I don't just cover this game, I cover all kinds of different games, so you never know when I'm going to be making guides for a game that you may be playing. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give a big thank you to my patrons for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you'd like to join my elite crew Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.